Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. It is Sunday evening. It is Sunday afternoon in America and Canada. Tonight, I am joined with an amazing panel. So, tonight's schedule is greatest hits.
Yeah. Why? I
Um,
don't know why though. It's weird.
Surprise.
well,
Yeah.
I just thought to myself, I was coming up to Christmas. Believe it or not, I've never covered greatest hits. So, yeah, Brian's shaking his head already, going, "What am I letting myself in for?"
Could be great.
It could.
That'll be
There's
good.
a good bit. I'll introduce tonight's panel. We got Boz from That Vinyl Guy. Really good channel on YouTube. Go and check him out. We've got Risa Ho Ho Hojo on
We
tonight.
Not sure why I did that, but then didn't wear my Christmas hat. But anyway,
Yeah,
I'll
I
go get
was-
it at some point.
I was thinking about asking one of you've got a Christmas hat or something, but I just thought if because Boz is coming from Florida, I thought it might be a bit warm to put a Christmas jumper on. So I thought, right.
I got the hat anyway, so
yeah.
that,
It's
maybe I'll
70s
go
here
get
right
that.
now.
little- Yeah.
We also got Brian Embry Robot on this evening as well. Thank you, Brian, for joining us. I've had Brian on a few times. He hasn't said no yet, but I'm waiting for it.
We'll see what happens after this one.
Yes.
He'll smarten up at some point.
Yeah. So let me go through the comments real quick before we kick things off. Okay, so we've got Trevor, Flat, Brown, and Spun. Gentlemen, how's it going, mate? Hope you are well. We've got Adrian on as well. Hey, Chris. And we got Adrian saying, hey, panel. So the love is all around. We got Spencer from Vibes. Good evening, gents. How's it going? So, yeah, greatest hits tonight. Been waiting for this one. To be honest, I'm quite surprised I haven't done this before. Being as I am
Yeah.
the greatest hits guy. So,
Yeah.
so shall I we'll go on the panel real quick, see what everybody's kind of been up to this week. So Boz, what have you been up to this week, mate?
Not too much. I'm working and I went to the flea market yesterday. Been playing some records, some Christmas stuff. It's nothing too exciting.
You've done a few videos, seen them drop.
Yeah, those are videos that I made about a month ago that I did all at once. So I'm not putting them out every week. So, I plan on doing the vinyl tag, and I want to do 10 favorite reissues of 2025, like everyone else is doing. That's on my list as well. So
Cool. Brian, no threads, mate. What's going on? Bit worried about you.
Things are slowing down. I mean, I took last week off work, so that cut into my social time. So no, let's see. We bought a Christmas tree. I think I only did one video last week because I don't know. This time of year, I guess I just slow down. So I will do the David Atkinson vinyl tag, although I'm still negotiating the questions because some of them I don't have answers to. Other than that, I'm not going to do a best of 2025 because I haven't done one since 2022, and I feel like I'm not even sure I discovered my favorite records from a particular year until years later. And this year, I looked at all the new records I bought, and they're like 10 or 11, and it'd be just weird to list them all, like because that's all I bought. So I'll think about that, but I might not do the best of 2025. So
Okay.
That's it.
Well done, mate. I was beginning to be worried. I was checking your channel. I was like, there's no threads this week. What's going on here? We've run out of threads.
That's right. There aren't any.
Great. Joe, how's the shop been this week, mate?
Good. Actually, fairly busy. People have been coming in. They've been buying some gift certificates because it's tough if you can buy someone a new album. It's tough to buy someone a used album. So the gift certificate is definitely the way to go. Then they can come in and they can decide however they want to do that later. But we did sell some new stuff as well. We sold a little bit of our hot sauce that we've got in, which I know you know about because you watch the videos, and which doesn't make a lot of sense when you talk about a record shop and or an audio visual shop, and then you talk about selling hot sauce. But it's because it's by the band Toque. For those that don't know, Canadian band. They have a collab going on with a hot sauce company, so it's Toque hot sauce. So that's why we've got it at the shop. This being Toque. Going to go see them a week from Friday. No, a week from Saturday. The 27th. So looking forward to that. And shop's been good, steady. And Christmas is coming. I think I'm almost kind of done, sort of, kind of. Who knows? I don't know. So, but you said you bought a Christmas tree. Did you also put up said Christmas tree and decorate, or have you just bought it so far?
Oh no, it's up. But the thing is, it's a really sad looking tree because we went rather late, and there were almost no trees left where we went. So we took the best of the lot, but it's ugly. Yeah, it's malformed and it's tiny. So
well, that's okay. That's all right. There's call for that too. I'm kind of ugly and small and malformed as well, and there's still a couple people love me. So you know what the heck, we're doing okay.
Yeah.
Brian, you should buy those vinyl coasters you can get to make a hole in it so you can just dangle the vinyl records around. See, you have the family response to that.
Yeah. Oh, well, the funny thing is, Cecile's been suggesting an artificial tree, and when I was a kid, we had one, not right away, like maybe from age 10 or 12 on. I never really liked them, so we will see if that happens. I've never been a fan.
We went out to a local greenhouse this morning because they had a petting zoo there, so. My wife and I decided we'd go and pet the animals this morning with a billion kids also taking pictures with Santa and Mrs. Claus. But anyway, and they still had a pretty decent selection, and there is definitely a lot of pluses to a live and or semi-live tree or whatever, just
right.
And everything else that goes along with it. So for sure.
Yeah.
Big question here for you, Brian, of Trevor. So, does the tree play the Smiths, Brian?
It should. It's defective. It's defective.
Do you remember those Christmas trees that used to make a noise every time you go past? You make a noise and it record your voice, and there's like a mouth on it.
Oh my god!
Just a little picture of Morrissey at the top as the star. I don't know. I can't make a star, but anyway. So
cool.
And you,
okay.
what have you been doing? I talk to you all the time, and then I have no idea what you're doing. So,
busy with work, a lot of traveling. I'm looking after my parents' house, so that's why it's a different background. This is the best background I could find. So yeah, I haven't done any videos for 3 weeks, I think. Got nothing to show, and I've been busy with work, so live streams it is.
And the Russians have not defeated us yet, correct? We're okay still? We're good?
Yeah, should be fine, mate.
Yeah, good.
British upper lip.
Worried about that now that you told me that. So anyway.
British upper lip. We just crack on with it.
That's right.
So, right. Okay. Being as this was kind of my idea. Well, it was my idea because it's my live stream. Let's get cracking. So the first one I'm going to show is Mr. Eddie Grant.
Nice.
Wow. Nice.
And you all thought I was going to show the Stereophonics.
No.
So this is Eddie Grant. This is all the hits. So you got, this has just come on black vinyl. I actually picked this up from a record fair I went to in Cardiff. I think this was like $4.99. So
wow,
kind of good deal in there. So that works out about $5-6, I want to say, something like that. But yeah, you've got all the hits on here. I Don't Want to Dance, Live in the Front Line, Do You Feel My Love, Electric Avenue. So yeah, it's a cool pressing. Sounds amazing. It's not even beat up, if I'm being honest. It is pretty cool. So there he is.
Hope Joanna on there somewhere. That's got to be on there somewhere, doesn't it? It does.
So you've got Live in the Front Line, Romance in the Stone, Boys in the Street, California Style, Walking on Sunshine, Can't Get Enough of You, I Don't Want to Dance, Baby Come Back, War Party, Electric Avenue, Do You Feel My Love, My Turn to Love, Hello Africa, Till I Can't Take the Love No More. So this came out in 1984.
Oh, maybe that's why then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that was after. But so is the Walking on Sunshine, the Katrina and the Waves Walking on Sunshine done by Eddie Grant? or just happens to be the same title?
I
'Cause
think
that might be interesting. So
yeah, I think there's no credits given on this one. No, it's not given. It's just given engineers and stuff. Yeah,
Cool.
it may be a
Well,
different song.
I'm going to write that down, and I'm going to go look and see if that is what that is later. I'm not going to do it now. I'll do it later because I want to hear that.
Yeah. So that's the first one. Bit of Eddie Grant, bit of reggae.
Sweet.
I started Slash's reggae popish, kind of not full on Bob Marley, but good one to pick up for greatest hits for $4.99. You can't really go wrong for that one. So
Yeah, like Eddie.
yeah, cool. Right, okay, we will keep things rocking and rolling. I will go to my special guest tonight. So over to you, Boz.
Oh, okay. So this one here is more of a compilation than the greatest hits, although I think there are some hits on here. But I'm a huge fan of the Alan Parsons Project.
Yeah.
So this is the instrumental works.
Cool.
All the instrumental works on black vinyl. So basically, not sure if you're familiar with Alan Parsons, but or Alan Parsons Project. Most of their albums, they have at least one, if not more, instrumental tracks. And they decided to take all the best ones and put them on one album. So it's really, really nice. So yeah, again, black vinyl, Arista, sweet. Yeah.
Awesome. That's good.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I've got an Alan Parsons. I've got one of his albums. I can't think what it is top of my head. Brian, have you got any of them?
Talking Heads.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Alan Parsons on his own?
I have some Alan Parsons Project for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I tried to buy a couple of the Alan Parsons on his own, and I think one live. The problem is that whoever he's using to pressing these records, the two I tried to buy, which are recent releases under Alan Parsons, both the pressings were awful. They had either static through the record or there's pops and clicks all through the record, brand new out of the box. So both of those records I tried to replace and get more of them. They were equally as bad. And the one Alan Parsons I have that's live, even that one has a few pops and clicks on it. I think it's the same pressing plant. So I don't know who he's using, but it's very poor quality. So unfortunately, I don't have those on vinyl.
Okay. Cool. Good choice, though. Well done. Really like that. Right. Ho, ho, ho. Here we go. Here's Joe.
So to clarify, there will be no points deducted for best ofs, right? It doesn't have to be hits. We're okay. Because this one, well, I don't know what this one doesn't have greatest hits or best of in the title. Because since you mentioned Bob Marley, I'm going to go with Bob Marley. And I'm going to go with Legend. So what does it all say? Legend, the best of Bob Marley and the Wailers. So in this case, it is in fact a best of. This is just a fantastic album. Yeah, it's the cheater way to get your Bob Marley. I do have a bunch. With a lot of the ones that I'm going to show, I do have a bunch of their albums as well, but sometimes there's the extra tracks that aren't on the original albums when they do a compilation. I don't think that's the case in this one, but just such a fantastic album to sit down, put on. We talked about songs that are albums you can put on coming home after work and relaxing in that. This is definitely one of those. I haven't smoked weed in 30 plus years. That has nothing to do with it. As far as enjoying Bob, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way, as far as I'm concerned. But I just really, really like the music. It's a lot of it is positive, a lot of it is obviously political as well. But you listen to "Is This Love" and "Three Little Birds" and things like that, and it's kind of tough to stay in a bad mood if you're listening to Bob Marley. I think so. That's what I'm going to start off with, Mr. Marley.
That's got to be one of the best.
True.
Best of sellers of all time, surely. That's got to be up there with Queen.
Yeah,
of the best of that sell quick.
And as many times, well, he hasn't been around here specifically a lot. I'd like to see Ziggy at some point. I think I know it's not the same. That's like saying Jacob Dylan and Bob Dylan are the same. That's not the case, but it would be as close as I could obviously come at this point, is to see Ziggy Marley at some point, and still playing, still out there. I think he's at a festival that I was thinking about going to, so maybe that'll be the deciding factor, because I would like to see him at some point. Would have loved to have seen Bob at some point as well. So, and if I can just get it back in the sleeve, I'll be okay.
The way he's shaking his hand there, it'll be all right, mate. It'll be a good ending. Has he got a biopic, Bob Marley?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He does. And it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I can't remember the gentleman that played him, but it was definitely a little bit, it leaned a little more towards the political side. It didn't start from scratch and then kind of be a Bob Marley, this is how he grew up thing. If I remember correctly, it's a couple years ago now since I've watched it. So I shouldn't say too much about it because I don't really remember it other than I kind of enjoyed it. One Love, wasn't it? I think maybe called. I'm not positive, but
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
Brilliant. Well done, mate. And I usually say this to Brian every time. Show me something that I'll never hear of. I've got a feeling because it's great to say.
Oh, well, then I'll switch the order then. Could I switch
Go
the order?
for it. Go for it, mate.
But I was thinking of what Joe said about best of versus greatest hits. Because remember, Daryl had a greatest hits thread, and I put it best ofs in there. And some other channel, I can't distinguish between, they did a greatest hits one. I'm going to come back and do another one on best ofs. And I think, but what does that mean? Best of doesn't mean it was a hit. Greatest hits, what? I mean, what, you made it to place 50 on the charts? Singles, it could be a single and done nothing. So
Brian gets the flack for an idea caused by Daryl, reminded him of me. He did the thread and he got the shit for it.
All right, so I switched the orders because I figured this one, people will know this one, but maybe you don't. I don't know. It's Kraftwerk Accelerate, which says the best of Kraftwerk Accelerate. Came out in 1975. This is a pretty interesting one because although at this point Audubon had, well, the first three weird ones, the Ralph and what's his name? No, Florian and Rolf was out. The two Kraftwerk 1, Kraftwerk 2, Audubon, Radioactivity, and yet actually Radioactivity might have come out later this year. They include from Audubon a song that probably no one had ever heard before unless you had the record, but they were very early stuff. So it's a very strange collection because Kraftwerk distanced themselves for the first 2 or 3 records, so it's a weird collection, to be honest. But it's very interesting. Here's the label, if you are curious about that. It's upside down. I always show my labels upside down. Just always happens that way. But anyway, there we go. Fascinating record, though, if you like early Kraftwerk, because it's really kind of great in many ways. But it's funny. It's not the one you'd buy if you were looking for greatest hits for Kraftwerk. If you saw this in a shop, you'd probably want the later stuff that had robots and that kind of stuff, and Tour de France maybe. But it's pretty cool record. Got some ringware on it just to make it look old and beat up, but pretty cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
I didn't even know that existed, to be honest.
Well, there you go. Then my job here is done.
Emma.
There
are as I was deciding on what I was going to show, I did think about a few, and there are examples of that a lot where there was a greatest hits, but a very early greatest hits, and then they got more popular or they had more hits or something, or as you said, a best of versus a greatest hits. So sometimes you get a best of and there's one song on it, and then there's a whole bunch of other ones that were popular because they were good album cuts or something, and then you get a later greatest hits and it's completely different. So that's a great choice.
Yeah,
always enjoy that.
Yeah, it makes me laugh when One does bring out the greatest hits. Just, and the one song is right at the end. So you've got to listen to the whole album.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay. Nothing in the chat makes my job a lot easier. So let's go back to me then. So a quick look. 2 secs.
Close.
Yeah, close. Close enough.
There you go.
I'm very tempted not to say this, but there's no glitches yet. So
Don't say it. No, don't say it. What do you? Don't say it. Come on.
Okay. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Nice.
Apart. Okay, I love Californication. I'm still getting around to getting that. But this is a good kind of good greatest hits to have. I believe in your collection if you just want to listen to the hits, like. So you've got sorry Joe. I'm slipping. Hang on.
I was gonna get you there if you didn't get there on your own. So there you go.
There they are.
Mostly dressed.
He looks like he looks like a fish there. You don't know what's going on, but he just
got something. So Fight Like a Brave on there somewhere. Because that's
So
one
you-
thing, but you never hear that. For the days that you are listening to rock radio, they
Yeah.
always will play everything from those 3 albums that came out. They never play earlier. And I really like Fight Like a Brave, but I like earlier Red Hot Chili Peppers. So I wasn't sure if it was on there or not.
So you've got Under the Bridge, Give It Away, Californication, Scar Tissue, Soul to Squeeze, Other Side, Suck My Kiss, By the Way, Parallel Universe, Breaking the Girl, My Friends, Higher Ground, Universal Speaking, Road Tripping, Fortune Faded, and Save the Population. And that is it.
See, yeah. So I don't know if there was a best of greatest hits before that, but Fight Like a Brave's got to be on there. I would think. I would want that on there anyway. So, but that's me.
When did I'm just double checking to see when this came out? I think this got released on CD originally back in 2003 on Warner Records. It's about time. To be honest, we spoke about this last week with Chance from Concert Buddy, and we were talking about the last album I bought from the Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
And in the end, they sold it because it was that bad. It wasn't good at all.
Yeah.
It didn't. And they had like 20,000 variants. And it's
Yeah.
like, if you're going to do variants, do 1 or 2. You know, do your store exclusive, do a record store exclusive, and then do a black one on Amazon or whatever, and just. But I remember looking at that, and I'm not lying. There was about 15 different variants. There was like 4 store variants, and I was just like, I think I went with the red marble in the end.
And maybe that's an indicator of they're worried about the album not doing well. So let's throw out a whole bunch of different colors and let's see if everybody buys different colors. It's like you never notice the good movies advertise very little before they come out. The bad movies advertise a lot before they come out because they got to get that initial hit of that first weekend, try and get people in before word of mouth gets out there. But anyway, I digress. We're not here to talk about movies. Anyway,
it does slightly wind me up a bit, Joe, though, that they've got all these variants, and it's kind of like, well, which one do you pick?
Yeah.
And there's a factor in the back of my mind going, I don't want to miss out on that one variant, but the album was so crap that I ended up flipping it. And I think I can't remember what I bought. I might have bought a cartridge out of it.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, there's been lots of artists that have done that, but Taylor Swift is the queen of that, right? That is where I think the more than 3 or 4 variants have come from. There were lots of punk bands that did maybe 4 or 5, right? They did 300 green and 200 red and 100 black or whatever, things like that. But
it smells of my house, so it doesn't smell of anything else. So Chris, can you sniff the gatefold when you open it up? I put it away now.
Okay, I have a question, Alex. Why? Because Chris is weird, or there should be some scent there. What are we sniffing? Or it's just it's the addendum to the rule. There's the rule of you have to show the gatefold, and now you have to sniff it too, or
this is a joke. He's going to take the piss now.
He is. Yeah. Oh, okay. Just to feel alive again. That's why. So do you feel more alive now?
It just smells of whiskey.
Right. Great.
Oh my goodness, seriously. Hang on. Yeah, well done, mate. You had me there. I knew I'd fallen into a trap. I just didn't know what trap it was going to be. Adrian likes it as well, so I've entertained the panel already. So,
and really, that now is the thumbnail for this show, right? You just have to cut that out. That becomes the thumbnail for the show. So, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, let's keep it moving then. Okay. So I showed last. Let's go to Boz next. Over to you, mate.
Hey. All right. So let's see what we got here. So we have some Sting.
Nice.
This is it's a best of, so not a great assist, but the Sting, the best of 25 years. That's the track listing. Most of these are his solo stuff. He does Message in a Bottle live. The fourth side it's 2 albums. The 4th side is live. He does Message in a Bottle, which of course is Police, but the rest of it I believe is his solo stuff. And he's got here's a gatefold for you. It's on black vinyl, so nothing really exciting as far as that goes. There's the label. So yeah, it's really good actually. I'm a huge fan of Police, huge fan of Sting. So
When did that come out, Buzz?
I think it came out this year actually, or maybe last year.
Because I know I was close to picking the Police's greatest hits up tonight, but I had a feeling somebody may be picking it. I know on CD brought out the best of Sting and the Police, but they've never brought it out kind of together on vinyl. But
Yeah.
I'll have to check that. Yeah.
This is really good. So really good. Like I said, if you love somebody, set them free. Englishman in New York, We'll Be Together, Fragile. All those, I believe, all those are a solo. Again, if you want to take a gander of the track listing, but that's it.
Cool, mate. Very cool. Like it. Like a bit of Sting. Me and Liz missed out about a year ago to go and watch. No, it's 2 years ago to watch Sting in Cardiff Castle. It was between that or the Queens of the Stone Age, so I went to the Queens of the Stone Age because they don't tour very often. So, and it was a hell of a gig.
Awesome.
Right. Okay. Joe, what do you mean?
All right. I'll save that for later. So here is an example of a band, Dr. Hook, and this is what do they call this one? The best of. So this is an example of a band that has two greatest hits best ofs out there, and they're almost completely different. I think Sylvia's Mother is on both of them. There are a few others maybe, but there's two versions of Dr. Hook. There's the more smoke weed cover of the Rolling Stone is probably on both as well. But the Penicillin Pennies and that of the world, Freaker's Ball is on here, Making It Natural, where the other has more of their 80s, late 70s, early 80s stuff I don't enjoy as much by Dr. Hook. This is my generation of Dr. Hook. So there's a few bands like that have a couple, and they don't necessarily call them Volume 1 and Volume 2 because there are some crossovers. Like you'll always have on the cover of the Rolling Stone on any Dr. Hook best of, greatest hits, whatever. But like I say, there's just some more interesting stuff on this earlier again as well. So and there's Ray and the boy on the back. Only had a chance to see them one time. He was the only original member left, and he sounded horrible. It was just the worst. I've gone to I don't know how many concerts. There's only been 3 that I haven't enjoyed, and Dr. Hook was one of them because he didn't sound very good, which is my fault for not. Well, it was a festival, so it didn't matter that they were the one band that didn't sound good, but they also played a bunch of cover songs instead of playing their songs. I don't want to hear you guys playing cover songs unless you've already established that you've played all of the songs that I wanted to hear of your own catalog. And then they finally get around to cover of the Rolling Stone, and they did some crazy country twangy, which I don't hate, version of cover of the Rolling Stone. If I'm gonna go see Dr. Hook, just give me the damn cover of the Rolling Stone. But anyway,
Yeah.
So with all of that said, the early best of Dr. Hook.
Do you enjoy it?
I do. Yeah, no, it's good. I like this. Like Queen of the Silver Dollar. It's really good stuff on here. And I mean, Sylvia's Mother is still a good song. I enjoy listening to that for what it is. Cover of the Rolling Stone might be falling into the category of I don't ever need to hear it again, but I like a lot of the other stuff on that one. So
cool. Very cool. Well done, Joe.
thanks.
Right. Okay. Let's head over now to Brian and see what he's got.
I almost chose the Dr. Hook record. I pulled it out and I didn't pull it off the shelf. So
Yeah.
whatever. I also was going to pull the first greatest hits record I ever bought because I do remember what it is. Maybe later I'll tell you what it is. Anyway, instead, let's go on with the best of REM. This is from 1991. Weirdly, it was released internationally, like Indonesia, Europe. Yeah. This is a copy that's made in English, but it was never pressed in North America. So it's kind of a strange record. Yeah. 1991, so that would be after Document, just before Out of Time came out. So it covers the early stuff like Carnival of Sorts, Radio Free Europe, etc. through Life's Rich Pageant and on to Document. So, Finest Work Song, End of the World. You might not be able to see them, but that's the, impossible to read, but that's the track listing. And they packed 14 tracks on this thing, which is quite interesting. So it has
I've never seen that before. That's cool.
Yeah, so it really only covers the very early period up until 88. So, and it's on IRS discs. Again, it's upside down. Hang on. There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
IRS discs. So yeah, pretty cool. Kind of, I guess, a rare one in some respects. I don't know if it's worth anything, but I've only ever seen one copy of this, and that's my copy. So
Perfect.
I don't know if it's hard to find or not, but certainly not in North America. You just never see it. But and it's also best of.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I've got to be honest.
Nope.
Yeah.
I showed last week REM's comp, and it was the best of REM in times. So it's got a picture of the hang on, 2 secs. So it's got a picture of the moon in like a blue background there.
Yeah.
So it looks like that.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I've got that one. Yeah.
1988 to 2003. This one is.
Yeah.
So Brian, that's probably an example of you have the greatest hits, but you also have all of the albums that those songs came from as well.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look for that now, and I've never.
You are.
Yeah. Well, maybe you find it over there, right?
Good luck.
Is it?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's gonna be on Discogs.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure it is because I added it to my collection. I'm sure it's there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been looking it up. Trust me.
Yeah.
Already have a note here.
There's a list being made as we speak. Right. Okay. This doesn't say best of or greatest hits, but it says singles. So does that qualify or not? Because if it doesn't qualify, I can put it back.
I think
It's your
it's fine.
show, man. Whatever you like, but
U2?
no, it counts.
Yeah, you too. Yeah. 18. Yep.
U2, 18 singles. Collection featuring 2 new singles on here as well. It was The Saints Are Coming and Windows in the Sky, plus an album booklet on this one. So I will show
Nice.
the inside. It's got that kind of different texture on it, so it feels like the pictures are coming off the cover itself. So
Embossed.
the only thing I don't like is somebody stuck a freaking sticker on it.
Yeah.
So there's the band on the back. I'll show you the inside. And there they are.
Sweet.
So yeah, this just came on black vinyl. Yeah. So
Nice.
Mine's on orange vinyl.
Yeah.
I've seen it online, orange, and I was quite tempted, but I've got a black. I'm not gonna I can't get 2 greatest hits of this one album. So some of the tracks, Beautiful Day, still haven't found what I'm looking for. Pride in the Name of Love, With or Without You, Vertigo, New Year's Day, Mysterious Ways, Stuck in a Moment I Can't Get Out of, Where the Streets Have No Name, Sweetest Thing, Sunday, Bloody Sunday, One, Desire, Walk On, Elevation, Sometimes You Can't Make It on Your Own, The Saints Are Coming with U2 and Green Day. They're Joe.
Cool. I'll have to writing it down.
And Windows in the Sky.
That's an interesting collaboration.
Yeah. I may have to go back and listen to that now.
Yeah, no kidding.
So,
I just
thought I'd show some bit of U2.
And so I recently picked that up from eBay, super cheap, like $15. And I figured I found out why it was so cheap.
Okay,
because when it came in, it had both discs for size 3 and 4.
Oh yeah.
I didn't get size 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So, but it was so cheap, I just kept it. I didn't complain to the seller, but I'll go get the try to get a black copy, and then I'll get both discs.
What I will say, it's a really good press, and it's really thick vinyl record. So yeah, it's a good album. That's the only U2 I've got. I've never actually got into the collection because when I got into them, because when I bought the greatest hits when I first started collecting in lockdown, I was just picking up greatest hits and going from there. But they've got so many albums. It's like Where do I go? And I won't talk about when they worked with Apple on iTunes, that album. I was just like, what is going on here? Yeah, you're gonna have this album whether you like it or not. It'll be downloaded straight to your iPhone and iPad. So yeah, there's a bit of U2. So there's nothing to chat. So we'll keep it rocking and rolling you, and we'll go back to Boz. So what do you got, mate?
Surprise, surprise! I got some sticks. This is the Icon. So available through Walmart initially. I think finally through other places. It was on orange vinyl. I've never seen it on anything else other than orange. So that was nice. And this has put that over here. Pretty much all their. It's I don't think they're remastered or anything, but it is all the original songs. Bring it up to the camera. Maybe you can see it.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. But Mr. Roboto. Blue Collar Man, Come Sail Away, Babe, Renegade, Lady, Show Me the Way. So all their good stuff. I believe these are the LP versions. I do have a greatest hits where I have from 1980 where they have all the singles, all the single edits on one album, which is cool. But
cool.
But this is the LP versions. But yeah, Styx Icon.
Very nice. Styx was, so remember when I said I was looking through stuff and I realized that there's somewhere they've got early best ofs and then later best of. Styx was in fact the one that made me realize it or think of it or whatever. But Styx has a lot of albums. I think everybody knows, the Mr. Robotos and Pieces of Eight and things like that. They've got a lot of albums so that you can have a couple of best ofs or greatest hits along your career if you put enough albums out, I suppose.
Yeah, not a whole lot on vinyl though. The one that's a single, that's the single edits that I have. That one is a radio station release.
Nice.
And I do have one Japanese only release that's also a greatest hits, but not a whole lot of greatest hits in the U.S. I mean, they put a couple out on CD, but not on vinyl.
Yeah, Adrian's saying he loves Styx.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
I know she had good taste.
Yeah, I've got some Styx. Eventually, thanks to Boz. Right, okay, we will keep things moving along then. Let's have a look. So next, we will go to ho, 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 ho. That's too many hoes. That was too many hoes in one sentence then.
Yeah, too many hoes in one sentence. Wait a minute. Never mind. I'm going to go with one Mr. John Prine. This is the best of, because to say the greatest hits of John Prine is a bit of an oxymoron, unfortunately, because there weren't hits. There was just tons and tons of really well done music, but there weren't necessarily hits. On here, and I'm not sure where this is inclusive to, because John had a lot of stuff. So this came out in 1976, I believe. But if for nothing else, just buy it for Sam Stone. That's all you need. After that, everything else, well, that's not completely true, but I just love that song. I listened to this again today earlier on. It's just a fantastic album. Such a fantastic songwriter, singer as well. Really looked up to by a lot of people. Maybe not, again, one of those guys that not a lot of people know about. I mean, that's not true of those present company excluded, I suppose. But I think you could say the name John Prine and there might be more often than not the person will go, who's that? Unfortunately, because he's so good and it's just wonderful music. And Sam Stone is not a positive song, but there's some positive stuff. There's always some interesting stuff. Great lyricist. I really enjoy him. So that's early best of. He's an artist that I've got a lot of his albums as well, but sometimes you keep the best of just because. So if you don't know John Prine and you are a singer-songwriter fan, well, you would at that point. I think you would know him because seek him out for those that will watch this and don't know who I'm talking about, because I think you will enjoy it, again, depending on what you enjoy listening to. But
I picked up his son's album this year.
Yeah. I haven't heard that yet. I mean, I've watched a couple of clips, YouTube on that, but I haven't picked up the album itself. So
It's cool. It's completely different to what his dad was singing about, but he's talking about his dad in the album. You can hear it, and it's a good album from start to finish.
Good.
If you like your songwriter, kind of maybe slight country, not much. It's got a touch of that Americana, I'd say more of.
Sure.
Yeah. It's a good album.
That's
It
great.
is a good album. It's probably one of the albums I've played the most this year. So
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I'll have to get that.
okay, Brian, over to you, mate.
Already? Then?
Sorry.
So this is a record that's called The Singles. So this is The Cure, Standing on a Beach, The Singles. The CD was called Staring at the Sea, also The Singles, but it had, I think, 3 extra tracks on it. This came out in 86. I mean, I'm sure some of you know this already, but takes it up to Head on the Door, just before Disintegration came out. And, the funny thing is I had a lot of Cure on, cassette that I copied from other people, but this is the first time I bought a Cure record when this came out. And it's divided between these early, darker, sort of really post-punk tracks like Killing an Arab, Boys Don't Cry, A Forest, which is peak Primary. And then second side really moves into some more upbeat stuff like Let's Go to Bed, The Walk, Love Cap. So the more sort of danceable, upbeat Cure stuff. Anyway, really cool, I have to say. And it's on Elektra. There have been other Cure comps as well. There's, I think, is it Galore? Is the later one that came out? I don't know if that's on vinyl, though. And I think they cover some of the same tracks, but then add some new things on there. But it's a pretty solid compilation. I've never actually looked up who this guy is. I have no idea who this guy is, but I don't know. But it's pretty cool. And there you have an array of singles, the sleeves from singles, which is cool. Some of them I have. Anyway, I think it's a really good compilation. The Singles.
Very nice.
It's not arrogant enough to say greatest hits.
Yeah.
Because they might not be. We released them as singles. So
Yeah, it's the same kind of situation with you too. We're not calling them greatest hits. We're just gonna say singles
right.
because we're not ready for that yet. But cool. Yeah, I have seen that album out and about in the wild. And to be honest, I looked at it and I thought that was folk singing because it looks like he looks like a fisherman.
It does. Yeah, it looks like it could be Newfoundland or Ireland or something. Yeah, who knows? You should get it.
Okay. Hear that, everybody? Recommendation from Brian. Get it.
Get it.
I'll have a look.
It's good.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to try something completely different to what Brian just showed. Wanted to get into this band for a while, but they've got so many albums, and especially Record Store Day. I don't know where they're plugging these albums from. Any ideas what I'm going to show?
Can we have another hint?
They're an American band.
Narrows it down.
They were in the Sphere last year.
What was the last hint?
They were in the Sphere in Las Vegas last year.
Well, he already showed you two. Oh, Eagles. There you go. Eagles.
The Grateful Dead.
Oh, or them. Yeah, or them.
Yeah, and my favorite performer actually plays the Grateful Dead, which is John Mayer.
Yeah.
He plays guitar and does some backing tracks as well for them. Pick this up on the web store. This is down to Nick from the Vinyl Den, who shows albums every week of what's getting released. And I went, do you know what? This might be a good way for me to get into the Grateful Dead. But after listening to it, how can I put this? They're okay. They're not. I maybe should have streamed this first. But yeah, I'm just happy with this. We'll see if this gets flipped. But I'll go through the tracks real quick. Sorry, Joe, there's no gatefold on this one.
That's okay. It's still lovely artwork, though. So if nothing else, you've got lovely artwork on the cover of the albums.
It's quite a cool poster inside as well. So
yeah,
they were always very visual with that stuff, right? They were all like their covers were always pretty fantastic. So
I could have got the black vinyl, but I didn't.
This will be worth more when you flip it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
like
blue vinyl.
that's
Wow,
nice.
nice.
kind of blue.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants this in the VC, I'll do a VCLT. I'm only showing it because I don't think I've ever shown it, to be honest. I made a show it on my channel when I pick recent pickups and stuff. I remember watching David Atkinson was going around asking people in the meetup what they thought of the Grateful Dead, and
Yeah.
he was just going, "They're crap." And then he asked MGK Boston or MGK, and he was like, "They're the best band ever." What are you talking about? I was like, right, okay, maybe I got brought up in the wrong era. I don't know, but it's
Well,
Yeah.
they
You're kinda young for that.
definitely are a concept, and if you start to, do the whole follow them around thing or whatever, or if you would have done that back in the day, I guess you still can a little bit with the Dead and Co. Right? But I think that was more it. But I like Truckin'. Truckin's a good song, and then Touch of Grey. When you jump way ahead to Touch of Grey, and is that not on there? Is that what you're going to say?
sorry. I haven't told you what tracks are on yet. Okay. I can't read under my glasses. Hang on. So you've got Friends of the Devil, Box of Rain, Sugar Magnolia, Truckin'. You've got Scarlet Begonias, Fire on the Mountain, Estimated Profit, Touch the Grey.
Yeah.
Touch of Grey. Yes.
Touch of Grey. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing. And they're probably the 15, 20-minute versions of each of those songs. There's just one per side, actually. It's actually an 8-album, and there's just one song per side. But you know what? They sell a lot of records, and they sell a lot of their box sets, their live box sets that are one song per whole side. So
Yeah, you are right, Joe. The song's going for like 5 minutes, 49 seconds, and
yeah.
maybe that's what it was. My brain was just like, "Good God, when's this song? When's the next one going to come on?"
Yeah.
I just bought that album from Best Buy on their exclusive Best Buy on yellow vinyl.
Yeah.
So
I don't-
You should have waited. I would have sent this too. So I give him a go because everybody it seems a lot of people in the vinyl community like bang on about the Grateful Dead, or as they call them, the Dead.
Yeah.
But like, I
don't
No,
dislike. I don't dislike them. I don't know how often I sit down and listen to them for sure. Brian, sorry, I think I interrupted.
Oh
you.
no, I was gonna say I have one Grateful Dead record, Anthem of the Sun from 1968. That's all I have, and I don't know. I just don't have any desire to get anything else. But I don't know.
I do like
See,
them. So
yeah, there should be a Smith's box set coming soon, mate. You can.
I hope so.
I hope so. Just a quick one for you guys. I know Brian's a massive fan. I'm a massive fan, and Joe's a massive fan. Has anybody gone to watch the Springsteen film yet? Has anybody seen it?
No,
Still
no,
Okay.
not yet. But for no other reason than I just have not gone yet. It's not because I don't want to go see it. It's not because I wasn't looking forward to seeing it. I just have not yet. So
Okay. All right, no worries. I just thought I'd check because I still haven't watched it. To
No.
be honest, it wasn't round in the cinemas near me. I don't know why. Maybe it's just one of them that wasn't going to be big.
I am kind of turning into one of those guys that you got to give me a big action movie and that will get me to the theater. The rest, I'm good on my 75-inch television at home for the most part. So
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even go to the cinema to watch the new Superman film, and I'm a massive Superman Christopher Reeve fan.
Yeah.
And I was just at I'll just wait till it comes on Apple TV, and I'll just buy it for $4.99 when they have the sale drop. So
Right. Yeah.
that's what I tend to do. So
actually, more like
Yeah.
leasing it, but that's okay.
yeah, true.
well, yeah, there's other ways of getting it.
Yes.
But we will move on very quickly from that. Okay, let's change gears now, and let's head over to America with Boz. So, what do you got, mate?
All right. So I have glam metal band,
Oh,
1985, called Tough, from Phoenix, Arizona.
cool.
Put out stuff between 1985 and 1989. through they have one guy, I know his last name Jimmy from 85 to 87, and the other guy is Stevie from 87 through 89. That's the bands for those decades. But Stevie actually signed the Stevie. His last name is Stevie Rochelle. Stevie Rochelle, the lead singer from the later version, signed this, and he personalized it to me as well.
Nice.
So yeah, it's just I really love glam metal, and a lot like Poison. So it's on black vinyl, even though the seller did say it was going to be on a blue vinyl, but I got it in. It's on black vinyl. That's all right. But yeah, well, very nice. So I think this is sold directly by Stevie because he was selling this on eBay. I think he said that he had 25, and he goes, "Yeah, and I'll get Stevie to personalize it for you." Usually that means he's the one selling it.
Yeah, usually.
So,
and I can get that for you. Yeah.
So, but it's cool though. It's a really great album.
Some pretty good hairdos on the back of that record.
There is some hair.
Yeah. I agree. And that, I mean, it's typical of that decade and that time. So, yep. So, anyways.
Cool selection. Very cool. It's always I agree with Adrian here. Cool, he signed it. It always is good when the artist signs it. I think it means a bit more than your collection, kind of not that you let anybody in your record room, but it's always there just in case somebody does come around and go, oh well, I gotta sign them here. And
yeah, well, I mean, I thought about it. I said maybe I should just have them sign and not personalize it. You know what? It's my record.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have them personalized. I don't care. So that's pretty cool.
Cool. Very cool. Right. Okay. We'll head off to Joe.
Thought you were going to get geographical because it's Western Canada, if you wanted, not anywhere close to Eastern Canada.
That's
You
right.
laugh. Yeah. You giggle every time I say this band, but I'm going to show them again, and it's Nashville Pussy. I like these guys and girls, actually, ladies, whatever. When I say girls, it's not derogatory. It's just they are female. They are a band out of Georgia, maybe. I can't remember. I should know. This is back to 2017, and it's 10 years of Pussy. So, again, it's not necessarily a best of or a greatest hits. It's just it's going through their first number of albums. But just if you think of the Cult along the lines of that, they're similar to that. She's a very, very good guitar player as well, but it's just it's cool. Lemmy's on here as well. He did some stuff with them. Danko Jones, a good Canadian kid, is on here as well. So I like these guys. They're good. They're definitely a fun listen. They are very tongue in cheek a lot of the times. I put them in the sleaze rock category, but I like that. So they're always good. I like it. So not a greatest hits, not a best of, but 10 years of Pussy. So
there you go.
A category into itself.
a category all onto itself. Exactly. Yeah.
That gives me an idea for a live stream.
Oh God.
Well, yeah, maybe. Sure.
Now I have I don't have any LPs about them, and I'm gonna have to probably change that. But I do have one single by them, which they did a cover of "A Flirting with Disaster."
Oh.
And I had that 45, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're good. Again, they are what they are. But if you listen to them and you like one song, it's fairly certain that you will like almost all their songs. They have a flair and a style, and similar would be Jackal. You probably know Jackal Boz from back in the day, right? The guys with the chainsaw and stuff like that. So is it everybody's cup of tea? Heck no, but it's my cup of tea sometimes. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, mate. Yeah, you knew that'd make me laugh. I got a child mind in me. I'm a 15-year-old boy. I have been since I was 15, I think.
I said the Super Suckers last week, and you thought I was gone off the deep end, but they're a band, and they're a very good band.
Like, where the hell is this going?
These guys would have opened for the Super Suckers. Or
I can imagine. Yeah.
But anyway,
I think they're out of Tennessee, actually.
Yeah, that sounds right. Something like that. Southern rock, but stepped up Southern rock, not Skinner. Southern metal rock. Anyway, Brian,
Yeah.
clap the joint up a little bit. Bring us back, my friend.
Yeah,
Is it
I
my
will. When I can drag him. Hang on. There you go.
Nope.
No, hang on.
Nope.
Wrong one. I said it, didn't I? The glitch.
Yeah. You know, I do have a record from a band, their debut record, that's called Greatest Hits, and I think that's just phenomenal because it sort of suggests a certain amount of confidence. But
It does. Yeah, that's right.
on the other hand, I have a record here that doesn't say best of singles or greatest hits. It just says Ramones Mania, which is a compilation of, I think, all their singles up to 88, I believe. It's going back to 76. So Ramones Mania.
Cool.
That's a pretty interesting cover because it has all of the previous records. And there's an essay that starts on the back here, which says continued on inner sleeve. So when we get inside here, it does continue
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
and continue. And it's
Wow.
got a punch. What I find amazing is this has a punch out, right? So it was remaindered at some point, which I find really interesting because you wouldn't think this would be a remaindered record, but I guess it wasn't selling.
Wow.
And I like the tombstones for the previous records. And of course, this has everything you could possibly imagine, like starting with I Want to Be Sedated and Teenage Lobotomy, Rock and Roll Radio. You know, I don't have to listen up, but all the way up to Rock and Roll High School, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool track listing right there. And I'll show you one of the records.
I don't think I've ever seen that one around. Again, not that I've seen them all, but I don't know if I've seen that one around. Is it fairly accessible that you're
I don't
aware
know
of?
if it is. I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen one before.
If
Apart from
Brian's
this.
got it, it's the only copy available is the one he's got.
I don't know. Sometimes, you know, what's funny is sometimes on Discogs, an expensive record means you'll never see it. But sometimes there are records that are dirt cheap, and I've never seen a copy. And it's like, why don't I see those? But
Sure. Yeah.
this is probably not as common as you might think, despite the fact that it was remaindered. But it's pretty cool comp, I have to say. So it's a
What
good
year
one
is
to have.
that, Brian?
This is 88.
Okay.
You can add it to your list, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to show you something next.
All right. Fun record, though.
Yeah, no kidding.
So we'll carry on from where Brian left off there. I was waiting to see if anybody was going to show this, and I had a feeling Brian may. Sorry, not Queen.
Yeah,
Brian was going to.
hey, look who joined us too, right at the bottom of the comments.
2 secs. Hey mate, how's it going? Brian is adding legitimacy to this proceedings. Cheers.
Yeah. That's fair.
I
mean,
can't really
Bob,
argue with you.
So yeah,
Cool. So Brian, you just showed the Ramones.
Yeah.
I've got a Ramones album. And it's the greatest hits.
There we go.
This was the Record Store Day Black Friday last year release.
Yeah.
Sounds good. It came on. I'll show you.
So there's only one record. Is there one record or two in there?
One record.
Oh, so it's like half of this record.
that's
So-
right. Exactly. There has to be 8,000 songs on that double album because their songs are only 2 minutes long, right?
That's right. I should count them. I'm not sure.
It's kind of like a bright red. It's not really showing on here, but it is.
Yeah.
It's not a dark red.
Right.
And there's no gatefold on this one.
No.
So the songs you got on here, you got Let's Go Pop. You've got Beat That Brat. Judy is a punk. I Want to Be Your Boyfriend. Sheena is a punk rock star. That's an ABC single version. Pinhead Commando. Rockaway Beach. You're a Happy Family. Cretin Hop. Teenage Lobotomy. You got I Want to Be Sedated. Just Want to Have Something to Do. Rock and Roll High School. Baby I Love You. Do You Remember Rock and Roll Radio? The KKK Took My Baby Away. Outsider. Pet Cemetery. And Warthog.
Nice.
There you go.
And
Hey,
Joe
Mr.
was,
Carter.
Joe told me, he said, no wonder there's so many tracks because they're like 30 seconds long.
Yeah, I think this has 32 tracks on this one. So that's a
32.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's with us still or not, but Wednesday night, Trevor was on with us on Wednesday night. He said he walked right past Marky Ramone one day, didn't recognize him until he kind of walked past him already, then didn't want to run back and go, hey, are you Marky Ramone? But he was fairly certain that that's who it was. And then I think that's who it was. And then he actually, he's one person I know that saw the Ramones. So I
Yeah, he did, didn't he? I think. When was he on? A couple of weeks ago when he said.
Yeah.
He was on Wednesday as well, but I think he's mentioned it before to me that he's watched it, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
That would be good. Would have been good,
So, yeah,
unfortunately.
the Ramones was the first one I wanted to show, just to speed things up slightly. But the album I'm going to choose is Bruce Springsteen, Best Of. Now, this is the only artist I've got two greatest hits. Well, no, sorry, Queen. I've got Queen Volume 1, 2, and 3. But Bruce Springsteen, Best Of. This came out, I want to say early this year, was it? Or was it last year this came out? Because we got Lost Tracks come out this year. So I'm going with last year on this one.
I think so. Yeah.
So there's the inside on this one. This came on... Oh, yeah, I did. Like a marbly red effect.
Yeah, sweet.
There.
Nice.
So you've got tracks like, so this is slightly different to the first greatest hits because that would take you up as far as the soundtrack to Philadelphia, I think 1994 time. So this has got different ones on here. So you've got Growing Up, Born to Run, Thunder Road, Badlands, Hungry Heart, Atlantic City, Dance in the Dark, Born in the USA, Brilliant Disguise, Human Touch, Streets of Philadelphia, The Ghost of Tom Joad, Secret Garden, The Rising, Girls in Their Summer Clothes, Hello Sunshine, and Letter to You. So, yeah. What winds me up, though, a bit, and it's not just, I'm not just saying it because of Bruce, but a lot of artists, this, you could have put more on a record. Like, instead of doing like fucking 4 sides here, this maybe, I don't know, there's some tracks on there that could have been taken out, I think, but he's just tried to add new tracks on it compared to the last greatest hits. So,
yeah. Yeah. You know. There's always here's a couple of new ones, and it's, so.
Not a bad thing.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Cool. I've got Volume 1 and 2. I've got the Lost Tapes, which is bloody brilliant. Joe, is that the one you've got on the box set? I believe.
Yeah. You bought the double, kind of the best of the Lost Tapes, right? Yeah. So I bought the box. Yeah, I got the box set. It's up over there. So Bruce had a pretty good year between that and then the Nebraska reissue and everything. It's been a fairly prolific year for Springsteen. And a fairly expensive year for Springsteen fans, if you wanted it to be. So
I've decided after Christmas that I spoke to most of the family. They're going to give me some Amazon vouchers, and I'm going to pick up the Nebraska box set.
I really like it. I think it's very good. But everybody who's watched me in the last month since I've got it is sick of me saying it, so I'm not going to say it anymore. But it's really good. So
yeah. It's. You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone is my favorite track off the Lost Tracks. I know there's so many on there.
Yeah.
There is so many. And I streamed it quite a few times on Apple Music. And I'm just like, I know I said I wasn't going to get it, but fuck it.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah,
what the hell? Exactly.
Whatever. Anyway, before I cry even more, Boz, over to you. Make me go.
No problem. All right, so I think we had rock, metal, pop, and reggae. So I'm going to go a little bit outside of that box.
Okay, cool.
So what I have here is...
Oh, yes!
Right.
This is Silly Songs. It's pretty much the best of from all of the seasons of the Muppet Show. And it was on black vinyl. This came out in the 90s.
Wow.
So, of course, have... Gonzo there and all those. So but yeah, I'm just a huge fan of the Muppets. So I didn't even know about this until earlier this year, and when I found out about it, I went out and got a copy. It's actually not easy to find. So being pressed in the 90s, it wasn't that either. They didn't press that many. Well, I guess it's earlier than I thought. Pressed in 84. Okay. But anyways, so yeah, it's just I love the Muppets. So there you are.
Nice.
Silly songs.
I love the fact that they are trying to kind of revive the Muppet Show, right? Seth Rogen, I think, is executive producing it, and I'm not sure if Brett Goldstein from Ted Lasso fame is a big part of that as well. But they're trying to bring back the variety show version of where they have a special guest every week and things like that. So
Awesome.
I think it's back in February or something along the lines of that. So yeah, I mean, of the right age, if you didn't watch the Muppets, something was wrong. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but just all of the characters, it was so good. I could do without Miss Piggy, but other than that, but other than that, it's okay. So yeah.
Every Christmas, I have to watch the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Muppets Christmas Carol. Yeah,
gotta watch it. And little Timmy. He's so fragile. He's so small, and it's amazing. I love it. I like my favorite part of the Muppets is the two old guys, the grumpy ones, and I've turned into one of them.
Yeah. Well, a couple years ago now, Apple, maybe I can't remember. They brought they had a series of with the band, right, with Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, and there was an album that came out with that as well. I never did pick it up, but the series was kind of fun to watch. Again, it's all, I don't know if it's nostalgia or what it is, but it was always, the Muppets were always just good. Whether you were young or old, for me anyway, it didn't really matter. I just always enjoyed the Muppets. And
I love the Muppets. Yeah, I love the Muppets. It was absolutely fantastic. Hey, Rich, how's it going, mate? Richard Finals Hap House, watching the stream. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I think I was at that age, to be honest with you, Joe, where the Muppets were kind of like everywhere. And what drew me to the Muppets was the drummer.
Oh, yeah.
Animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that wasn't planned, by the way, right?
Some of the artists that they had on was great. Like when they had Elton John on, it was really, really well done. The Alice Cooper Muppets is still one of my favorite pieces of television ever. It just lent itself to it. But they had Johnny Cash. They had all of those they had some big stars of the time on,
including REM.
Yeah, that's right. Between the Muppet Show and Sesame Street, obviously they got a lot of people joining Elmo and stuff like that. But talking specifically Muppet Show, sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, so you're saying that Seth Rogen's going to pick this up and try and make it a kind of a series then?
I thought that's who it was, and I thought that I saw it's ABC, which is Disney, which is probably Disney the Muppets now as well. They might have fallen into that buying group or whatever, or been bought by Disney somewhere along the line. But I thought that I saw something along the lines of that, and that it's going to be reminiscent of the old variety show where there will be a new musical performer or a star of the time, and they'll make them sing and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And happy belated birthday as well, Richard, Final Tap House. I think 2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Rich.
2 days ago.
We were talking, I think last week before, that Netflix were trying to buy out Warner, was it?
Yeah.
Well, the story coming out in the UK at the moment is that Apple are prepared to buy out Disney at this point if that transaction goes through.
Yeah,
wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy. There's going to be Google and Amazon and Apple, and that's all there's going to be in the world. And everybody will be owned by one of those three. But anyway, that's not why we're here. That's not why we're here. So.
Right. Okay. Richard's saying thank you.
Of course. All the cool kids are born in December.
That is true.
And Agent's got a question for you, Boz. Hey, Boz, didn't know your CH was live too.
Channel.
Sorry. I was like, what's CH? Is that like code for cockadoodle or something?
Yeah, I'm broadcasting this on my channel right now as well.
Okay. Right. That threw me then. I was like, okay. Don't know what's going on. Have I missed something? Okay, cool. Right. Let's move it on.
Let's see if he knows whose turn it is.
That's a good point.
Hey, very nice. I wouldn't have cared. Brian could have gone, but you got it right. Very nice.
No, the only reason I remembered is because to see if he remembers whose turn it is, and I was like, Joe's?
Maybe because he's bringing it up, the asshole that he is. Me being the asshole in that scenario. All right, here
he was talking about me, really.
Yeah. There's a band that I do have all of their albums as well, and I'm not exactly sure why I have this. There's a bunch that come in collections that I buy, so I have all the albums, but then I keep the greatest hits. Anyway, I digress, and it is Steely Dan. Look, there's the boys that really are Steely Dan. There was a few other players along the way as well, but it's always good stuff. Again, I am a big fan, and I do have all of their albums. Probably like their first album the best. It's not that they didn't get it right much after that as well. I just kind of like that first one the most. But Black Friday on here, I mean, there's Peg and all that good stuff. But Do It Again, after Do It Again, I'm sold. After that, that's kind of my favorite or whatever. But yeah, so Steely Dan, the best of. Again, I like their albums. Their albums are good, and there's lots of great deep tracks on their albums as well. But if you want to get some Steely Dan, the greatest hits is not a bad way to go. You get on your yacht and you steal it. Don't say that to Donald
Fagen, yeah.
Right? Don't say that to Donald Fagen. So, yeah.
Jump my boat and go around Tenby Harbour, just bouncing out Steely Dan. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Little story for you. I remember one night I was so drunk in Tenby Harbour that the boys dared me to get on a boat and try and go over to Coldy Island. The only problem is I only had one oar, so I kept going around in circles for like 3 hours.
Why does this look the same all the time? Yeah.
Why am I passing the same people constantly?
Yeah. Hey, look, there's a big rock. Wait. Hey, look, there's a big rock.
That's a true story. I got in a lot of trouble over that. But okay. Let's move the things on before I get prosecuted by Tenby Harbour Police. Okay. Brian, over to you, mate.
All right, so this is the first one I'm going to show that has the word hits in the title, but it's not greatest hits, it's premier hits, which I think is one step up from greatest hits.
Oh, wow.
And that's Gary Newman.
Oh, okay.
Gary Newman. Right, Richard, where are you?
Well, so this is a double album from 2007. Now, he has other best hits. There's Exhibition, which was a collection of stuff, but I've always loved Gary Newman, and but for some reason I appreciate him even more now. That probably doesn't make any sense, but when I hear the early stuff, I just think it's fantastic. There's the cool inner sleeve. Let me take one of these out of here. Basic black vinyl, though. There we go. 2 records. And this has, I mean, this is just an excellent, if you don't know anything about Gary Newman, this would be a place to go because it starts with Cars, I think probably his biggest hit, I Die, You Die, and Back to the Two-Boy Army, Our Friends Electric, Down in the Park, We Are Glass, etc. I don't know if you'll be able to read those, but it's a really cool collection, if you ask me. It's excellent. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's really cool.
Yeah. Richard's losing his mind at this point. Newman!
Richard is a fan. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
What I will say, okay, and I can't believe I'm saying this, is going to probably make Richard's day on this one. I think he's gone on about them so much. I was kind of like, okay, let's check this guy out. And I really enjoyed his last live album. I believe was it in Wembley.
There's another one after that. That's actually his second last live album. There's one that came out after that, just recently.
So I sat down one night with a whiskey, and I was like, right, okay, take me to that moment, and I really enjoyed it. Would I buy the album? I think it might take a few more streams to just listen to it in the car, but I was impressed. It was kind of like. The atmosphere and kind of the whole live being in London, Wembley, and the crowd interaction. And I thought the live recording was really good because sometimes you get live recordings that are shit.
Yeah,
to be honest, they're really bad. But this one was like, that was really good.
Of course, his sound has changed over the years. Originally he was like a punk guy, then he became the synth, really interesting, and then eventually ended up doing like kind of industrial music. So it's a big kind of progression in music. So
I only knew growing up was Cars.
Yeah.
And I really thought he was a one-hit wonder in the UK. And I'm being honest. Apart from that, like Richard said to me, Newman. And I was like, right, okay, let's have a listen, see what it's all about. But yeah, it's Newman. Anyway, there we go, Rich. Newman.
Well, just if you're gonna get one, get this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay, so here he goes. All right, another Newman fan. Look at him laughing. Okay, good, cool. Right, okay. Let's go over to me. My turn next. Morton. Okay, he's just popping in to say hi, Boz, Brian, and Boz. Right.
So screw you and me, I guess. Eh? That's fine. Whatever. I mean, Boz twice, and that's fine. I'm comfortable with that. But you other two assholes, who are you guys? Not even a hello.
Maybe because he sees us every week and he's just like, oh, not them two. Oh, they got Brian and Boz on. I'll say hello to them twice.
I'll tune in this time. Yeah, I don't need to hear those other two. So,
yeah. So it's all right, mate. Don't worry about it. I'm fed up myself as well. Right. Okay. Let's get cracking. Love this band. Picked this up on a record fair for £11.
Well,
No, you don't need feeding. Go back. The dog. It's kind of it's not called best of or greatest hits or singles or anything. It's called collected.
okay.
And it is the Armament Brands band.
Nice. That's all right.
It's a kind of weird feeling on the album itself. It feels like there's grease on it.
Yeah.
oh,
It's the only way I can explain it. It's got like that residue. I don't know what the hell's going on here. But it's got some crackers on you. I've got to be honest. I will show the inside. There's not much to show. It's kind of crap. But I've just shown the vinyl. So as you can imagine, because it's got collected, it's going to be on like a green vinyl set. So
That's cool.
It looks more blue-ish, but it is green. So So the tracks you're going here is Dreams, Revival, Midnight River, and the Memory of Elizabeth Reed. You've got Melissa, One Way Out, Rambling Man, Jessica, Crazy Love, Just Ain't Easy, Angeline, Straight from the Heart, Good Clean Fun, All Night Train, and then you've got Greg Allman, Dune Album, The Hourglass, covering stuff, going Crossroads, Ain't No Good to Cry, Going Down Slow, These Days, The Dark End of the Street. So that's, I don't know if you could make that one out, but you can see that we've added stuff on there. So, yeah.
Cool.
11 quid.
Nice.
11 quid.
Amazing.
It's good.
Double LP, a lot of tracks. This could have been added to my Sunday listening one we did, I think, a few weeks ago.
Sure.
Getting up, having a cup of coffee, and just chucking this on. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Has there ever been a best of, a greatest hits, a whatever we're going to call it, that has been decided on by the band? I think it's always the record label. Well, let's just put out a best of. Maybe not. I mean, I don't know if an artist goes, you know what? I should put out a greather hits. I don't know if that comes into it or not.
I know Van Halen did that when they came out with their greatest hits. But other than that,
Purposeful. Brian, you had a thought?
I would have thought that Springsteen would fall into that category.
Sure. Yeah, I guess it's like, hey, I want to put a compilation together and put this out. So yeah.
I mean, oftentimes they're like a stopgap, aren't they? Like there's a big gap between records, so sometimes the record label, says put it out.
Yeah. I got a little writer's block. Let's put a greatest hits out. Maybe I can come up with a song or two, which is nice when they do throw a couple extra new ones in there. There's some great songs that have been on. Maybe someone's going to get to one of my examples anyway. I'll leave it till later. But yeah, you're right. It is like, Kate, we know you don't have a full one ready yet, but we're going to throw this greatest hits out there so that we all make some more money. But
so Morton's saying, no, he's not.
Nope.
Wrong one. Sorry, moved too quick. Sorry, Chris. And
that's fair. No, I'm comfortable with that.
That's good.
He didn't even call me ho. He could have called me a ho, right? But that's all right.
Oh my goodness. Right, we've got Christopher saying, "Hey, what's up? What are we talking about tonight? Greatest hits.
Greatest hits.
That's it.
Or best of, or compilation.
Greatest hits, best
or-
of collected. Band has put out an album because they can't think of nothing else to do, so they use the hits, pretty much." Richard, Bob Mo's label put out the best of without his blessing. He was not happy.
Yeah, there's probably a few of that. There's probably posthumously as well, right? That I think that's when a lot of best ofs or greatest hits come out, because the artist doesn't think, maybe I'm just going to keep making my albums. But then when they pass away, like how many compilations, best of, greatest hits of Elvis are there? I don't know if there was a bunch before he passed. There certainly was. That's probably a bad example, but
Yeah, well, sometimes I think the No Gallagher one I've got here, he wasn't over the moon about the greatest hits, but then he had nothing else to put out, and they were like, "Well, we've got to put something out. So, what do you want to do?" And then he ended up picking his own records that he wanted to go out as a best of kind of.
that's good. Yeah, that's okay then. Sure. Yeah.
So,
And you also have times like with like Styx was on Wood and Nickel / RCA. Didn't do a whole lot. Had Lady, a minor hit, and then went over to A&M and had hit after hit after hit. So then RCA at that point, who actually owned Wood and Nickel's recordings, in 1980 put out a best of for the Wood and Nickel stuff to cash in on the fact that now Styx is huge and people are probably hungry for more material, so they're going to cash in on that. So
Yeah.
okay, let's keep it moving. Boz, over to you,
All right.
mate.
All right. So y'all may or may not know this band, but I have some Kiss for you. A double platinum. I'm not sure how well that's coming out on the video, but double platinum, and 1978 silver label, really cool.
Very nice.
As with a lot of Kiss compilations, most of these are remastered versions. Strutter was actually re-recorded. It's more of they gave it more of a disco vibe, but this is all their early works came out in 78. So really great album. I actually picked this up in a used record store for not a whole lot of money. And it came with I know people like this kind of like this kind of stuff whenever it has original material in there.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to order a T-shirt, it's only $6.
Yeah.
Probably sold out.
Here's the order form. Yeah, so it has other stuff. Let me open this up. So yeah, it has Kiss Army Wants You. So pretty cool. So that was in there. So that was a surprise considering I think I got this for like $15. So and of course it has.
Yeah, it's all embossed in that as well. Yeah. It's embossed, as they say. So.
There you go.
but even they actually call it Strutter's 78 because it got reworked a little bit, right? So
yeah. So it's a really great compilation by them. So huge fan of Kiss. So I was going through my Kiss last night trying to figure out which one do I want to show. Do I want to show Killers? Do I want to show this and that? I go, you know what? I think a double platinum is the winner here.
Agreed.
So, my other half.
Yes, saw that.
Evening.
Sorry, Liz.
Yeah, Liz and Richard having a full conversation going on here. So yeah, cool, mate. Very, very cool. I have got Kiss. I think it's Kiss World, I believe.
Yeah, you have the one that's got the latter one, and not Killers, because Killers was, as Boz mentioned, was kind of, and it had put the X in Sex, and there was a couple. It was one of those that was a greatest hits, but added a couple songs. But yeah, you've got the more career spanning.
Yeah,
them is all that first early stuff. So.
And you were talking about smashes, trashes, and hits. Had the
Right.
Let's Bet the X and Sex.
You are correct. Yes, that you are correct.
So
Yeah.
Richard's saying that Kiss looks in great condition. They usually have terrible ring wear on those
Yeah.
albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second row, too.
I was very happy with this when I got it. Very, very happy with it. So
Cool.
Very nice. And yes, trashes, thrashes, and hits. 100%.
thrashes, I meant. Yeah.
Okay.
That I picked up for $5 in 1992, by the way, at a used record store.
Yeah. Nice.
Nowadays, it's like 60, 70 bucks.
Yep.
How many best of greatest hits have Kiss actually got out? Is it just 3?
Quite a few. I do know that on Sonic Boom, they re-recorded a bunch of their songs with that lineup, and that's in the CD. So it's a bunch of their other greatest hits, but everything's re-recorded. That's a really great CD to listen to because they try to stay true to the original material, but they add their little more oomph to it because it's several years later. So it's actually a really great listen if you can pick up that version of that CD from Sonic Boom. But yeah, Kiss has quite a few compilations.
And just to emphasize the point tonight, guys, I think Boz has won the best T-shirt award tonight. That is an amazing T-shirt, mate.
By the way, I also heard that next year MTV is shutting down.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually scrolled through MTV the other day. I was just going through channels. There's nothing on TV. I was just scrolling through, and I was like, and they were doing like Catfish, and I was like, where's the music?
Yeah.
Because back in the day, you used to have MTV2, MTV Rocks. You had them against VH1, and it was such good video musics and documentaries. And now I just I don't know what's going on. I think I've hit that point where I'm just kind of old. I'm just
you are.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Anyway, we'll move on.
One more comment at the bottom there. I think that you should show. I don't know if you saw that one.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Hey, hope you haven't pinched my Texas greatest hits, Mr. Man. No, I have not. I've left it at yours. So
there you go.
With laughing faces. Okay, great. Right. Okay, from Boz, we will go to. He thought I forgot.
No. Now you won't. Now because I mentioned it, you won't.
Yeah.
So I think you had mentioned greatest hits by Kiss. You have to take their live ones into consideration as well, because those are kind of greatest also, right? So they had those 3. And another example of that is this band, which is Heart, because this is Heart's greatest hits live as well. So with everything on here, Barracuda, Crazy on You, Straight On, Dreamboat Annie, that's just the first side of this album. This is a fantastic album. Ann and Nancy Wilson and the rest of Heart are awesome. I really like them. I always have liked them. Look, Nancy's even got a Canadian T-shirt on because they spent a lot of time in Vancouver early in the day from Seattle. I think a lot of people thought that they were Canadian, but it's a fantastic, again, kind of a greatest hits. You get a nice bunch of shots of the band from back in the day. And, this has none of the 80s. All I want to do is make love to you. All of that has none of that on it. This is the old stuff. Unchained Melody. There's some covers on here as well. Really, really good. Really, really good. I like Heart a lot. And I do like the 80s stuff, but I am more of the traditional 70s early Heart. But and speaking of hair, now I know they are of the fairer sex, but if you want to talk about hair in the 80s, Ann and Nancy Wilson it was 3 feet tall. It was teased beyond. They owned, I think, a couple of the hairspray companies. So they give all the boys a run for their money, which they should, rightfully so. But yeah, they had some, you watch kind of some of those 80s videos. I was watching the Professor of Rock, and he did something on them, and I hadn't actually seen the videos for a while, but they have got teased hair going on from the 80s, which again they should, but so yeah. Anyway, good stuff. Live,
No,
live
no.
greatest hits from Heart.
Now, I
Richard.
have that same album. I think it came out in 1980. But I think there's different versions. But mine, it's a double LP.
It
The
is,
First,
yep.
the first one is not live. It's just the greatest hits
Yeah.
in their studio. The second album is live.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
correct. So yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Richard's saying, wait till you hit 60, Chris. I'm never going to hit 60, mate, the way I live. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
turned
god.
60 this year, so
Oh, there we are.
Oh man.
sorry.
Don't know what to
All
say.
the cool kids are turning 60 this year.
That's it.
Yeah.
Talking about hair in groups, one of the best hairstyles I've ever seen. She was in Michael Jackson's group. She was the guitarist. Do you remember the woman who used to have the blonde hair and he was kind of like out there and down? She was like the main guitarist for Michael Jackson on the was it the Bad tour?
Chris, that was
1992.
Eddie Van Halen, Chris.
No. It might have been, actually, looking back. It might
No.
have been Van Halen. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Flock of Seagulls for best hair.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Slash has still got a hell of a thing going on there. Nobody knows what's going on with the top.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's like Bret Michaels' bandana gets higher and higher and higher, but there's still a lot going on back here. But
Yeah, there you go.
what about Robert? Robert Smith had some hair going on from
Yeah.
time to time as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, how about the lead singer from the Flock? Yeah, exactly. Richard's
Crazy.
with you, Brian, 100%. So.
Actually, I'm jealous that he can do that because I would love to be able to have hair like that. I'm jealous.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do what bald men do. They just grow it from there.
That's right.
Cool. Right. Okay. Let's keep rocking and rolling. Let's go to Brian. What we got, mate?
This would be like quiz time.
Oh, good God, mate. Come on.
Doesn't help. I'll show you the back then. That front didn't help you.
Oh, yeah, that helps.
That didn't. Yeah.
that-
Or
neither
maybe
helped.
the inside,
Is that puzzle?
or possibly this.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some songs.
Is it
That's like
Morrissey?
puzzle.
Is
That's
it
like puzzle
Morrissey?
to me.
No, this is Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. It's called Souvenir,
Oh,
and
cool.
it's a collection of 40 singles that celebrated their 40th anniversary from 1979 to 2019. So unlike this one, this is from 88, which was the best of OMD, which only carries up to 79 to 88. This is like everything, all the singles they released up to 2019, which isn't all of them as far as I know, because I think they had an album that came out after this. I'm losing my train of thought here, but yeah, I think they do. Possibly. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is pretty cool if you're a fan. There's
Yeah. Awesome.
and each record it's black vinyl, but you can't have everything. I don't mind black vinyl. So there are 3 triple album with that terrible situation where you've got to drag the record out of the middle part of the sleeve, which I hate because it's so irritating. But the package design is pretty interesting, and they put out a book to go along with this release as well that talked about the band's 40 years. That's the 3rd record. They're the same though. So anyway, that is pretty cool. And if you know the band, it goes right back to Messages and Electricity, Red Frame, White Light, right through the 80s. Then there was a period of time where they kind of broke up, but the band continued with just one of the guys, just with Andy. Then they reformed later on, and it continues with some of the later singles from the band. So it's a pretty cool set, which I quite like. But mine didn't even have a hype sticker. So if you look at that in the record bin, you're not really probably going to know what it is.
How
But
did you manage to pull that from your collection? Because there's nothing on there indicating what's going on.
well, it does say on the spine here, it says, you might not be able to see it, it says OMD at the top and then Souvenir at the bottom. there.
Okay,
That's
cool.
the only way you know. But it doesn't say greatest hits or anything, or best of, or singles. It just says Souvenir. So,
And as well, there's not a whole lot of O's. It's like my O's are like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
right beside Oingo Boingo.
I was going to say
Yeah,
Oingo
but-
Boingo. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ozzy. There's Ozzy. Anyway,
That's
Ozzy?
true.
yeah,
That's true. And the Osmonds.
there is the Ozzy.
Oh yeah.
Can't say-
Oh yeah.
I have,
Yeah.
a, I, have a
Tons and tons
box,
of
I
it.
have a box of records that were Joanne's that for some reason, and she goes, "Why the hell don't you have them on the shelf?" And it's like, but so there is an I do own an Osmonds record. It's just not on the shelf with the rest of the O's. So
So Jack from the Vinyl Voyage from Scotland is here. Evening, gentlemen.
Hello.
Richard.
Evening.
Richard is saying, "OMD."
Yep.
No surprise on that one.
So yeah, cool, mate. Cool. I love having Brian on. I've said this before. He shows me stuff I've never like.
You never want to see again.
How the hell has Chris not heard of this? Don't forget, I got brought up with like Oasis. Like I left school in '99, so that'll give you some indication of what. Kerrang TV was massive when I was going to college because I left school at '99 because I'm thick. So I was like, right, let's try and get a career somewhere.
Okay, so just to clarify, you said you left school because you're thick. Thick?
Yes.
Did I hear that? Okay. Just checking. Just checking.
I got very broad shoulders. So and like Kerrang was massive. You had kind of like Newfound Glory, Blink-182, and talking about some artists that came out in that time. I had all their albums on CD, and then LimeWire came along.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Changed everything for a youngster in college. And my mum bought me an iPod, so I was like, well, I'll just rip all my CDs to my iPod, and I got them all on the go. And I ended up selling. There's a company in Britain called Music Magpie. So I sold like 500 albums, singles, got rid of them all. Yeah, I know. So anyway, the next artist I'm going to show, they were really big in my life, kind of around the 1999 to 2005 era, was this band, was Blink-182, and this is the greatest hits. This is a phenomenal greatest hits. This will probably take you up until 2005. 2005 this came out. Where are you? Slidey one. There you go, 2005. So yeah, there's the band. I'll show you the inside. It's nothing to go with. It's kind of crap. To be honest, don't really know what's going on there. Could have got the black vinyl. Oh, there it is. Joe's got it. What have you got the same ones I'm going to pull now, Joe? The color.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is just the black
okay,
vinyl. Yeah.
If you pull the A side, I'll pull the B side.
Wait a sec. What are we talking about? Okay, A side. Yeah. Okay, go. Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. So it's just the black vinyl. So.
All right. I thought you were going to pull the colored vinyl.
No, I don't have the color. I fucking told you it was the black vinyl before I showed it. But anyway.
So I bought this from America. This is a Walmart exclusive, I want to say.
Yeah.
So this is like a lime green, but it's not really showing up on the camera.
No, it looks good. Yeah, no, for sure.
And then the A side is on like a very light blue
sweet.
kind of marble as well. So
very nice. No, I just have the lowly black version.
Well, yeah, this cost me, and I've talked to Boz about this before, I've talked to Joe about this before, and I've talked to Brian this before. Sometimes when you go on eBay and you buy albums, they got free shipping. This was one of them. This cost me £15 on eBay.
Nice.
To get shipped from America, free shipping.
Wow.
And Boz, you know how much it costs to ship to the UK. But it's one of them. I don't know that these companies do it. I have no idea. Like I've sent stuff to Boz, I've sent stuff to Joe, I've sent stuff to Rob, Daryl, and it's cost me more than the actual album has cost.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I have no idea how they do it. Anyway, you got songs like Damn It, Josie, What's My Age Again, All the Small Things, The Rock Show, First Date, Stay together for the kids. Feeling this. I miss you. Another girl, another planet. And actually, being this Christmas, I've done this on purpose. Well, you think I would. I won't be home for Christmas.
I won't be home. Won't be home for Christmas. Yeah, that's right.
There it is.
Nice.
So there you go. Blink-182's greatest hits up until 2005. So if
Sweet.
they were talking about this was going to be their last album, they just done a tour because I think I can't remember his name. They got Tom DeLonge and what's the other guy's name? Joe
Barker.
Yeah. What's the
all I
bassist called? Anyway, he had cancer a couple of years ago, and they got back together, done a tour. I've seen them live for First Date and Rock Show, that album, Take Your Pants and Jacket Off. Sorry.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing live. And the support act for that one was All American Rejects when they first came.
Nice.
So yeah, it's cool one to do. So anyway, Blink-182, greatest hits. If you want to get into Blink,
that's a band that I should be into more, I think, based on other stuff that I listen to, and I never really got into it. That's why this is the case where I only have the greatest hits. I don't have any of the other albums. This is all I've got from them, and that's good for me. So because I enjoy it, I don't dislike it. I should be into them more based on, again, other things I like to listen to. But yeah, so in this case, that greatest hits is really what I need anyway. So
I would say Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. That album is brilliant because that was kind of American Pie 2. There was a lot of songs from American Pie 2 on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. But obviously the big one was What's My Age Again, which is a picture of a nurse in the front. Which at the time when I was like younger, I was like, oh, what's this about? Anyway, we'll move on. Right. Let me just quickly go through the chat to see what I've missed here. Okay, Brian, have I missed you showing John Cale's greatest hits?
No, you didn't miss it. I didn't actually pull it off because I thought, there's too much John Cale going on, so I left it on the show.
There's never enough.
That's all anybody talks about. So
that's right. It's just too much. You can't turn it on without seeing John Cale somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. Oz, over to you, mate.
All right. So this is the band that's in my top 5 greatest bands of all time, in my opinion. What we have here is Foreigner. So this is Foreigner Jukebox Heroes. And basically, this is with the new lead singer, Hansen. I forget his first name. His last name is Hansen. They went back in the studio 2011, I believe, and re-recorded all of the hits of Foreigner. It's actually really great effort on their part. I really like this album. I have no problem with Kelly Hansen. I have no problem with Kelly Hansen. And there is one song on here which is a new song by with the lineup called "Save Me," but the rest of them, "Dirty White Boy," "Urgent," "Waiting for a Girl Like You," "Jukebox Hero," "Double Vision," "Head Games," "Hot Blooded," all those great songs. Did a really great job on this, and I pull it out every couple of months and play it. It's really, really good. I definitely recommend it if you're a Foreigner fan. That's that.
They do have another original lineup greatest hits. That's the one where it's like a jukebox, right? I think. And I think last year they came out with another double LP greatest hits that's from the original, all the original songs. They have actually several greatest hits. I have, I was going through Foreigner. I was like, I want to show some Foreigner, and then I came across this, and I said, yeah, but they have several greatest hits. Perfect.
But I think that one's called a record. I think that one's called Records.
Record.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Yep.
Yes.
And like you said, it's kind of a die cast where you pull it out and it's the
die cast,
and
it has all the original songs except for Hot Blooded, which was live.
There you go.
Like Foreigner is a big one for greatest hits. I'm surprised nobody showed Chicago yet.
What?
I thought about pulling out some Chicago, but I ended up not. So
Cool.
I'm an early Chicago fan, not a later Chicago fan, but I'm an
I
early.
like,
Chicago.
I like them both.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What are we doing? Are we doing 2 more rounds? What are we doing there? You're running this show.
We've got about 15 minutes, so you can show one, and then I'll do a final round. Then this might
All
go
right.
right.
We're going to go with an artist that is much maligned on the Wednesday night show, and I'm not sure if you can tell who that is or not, but
Is it Blue Rodeo?
It's not Blue Rodeo. No, they're not maligned. What the hell are you talking about? I don't have their greatest hits, though. They probably have a greatest hits. Anyway, it is Mr. Bob Dylan. I don't quite have as much disdain for Bob as our friend does. But yeah, Rob's not a fan. And
No.
I am not a fan either. I think I have a couple of other albums, but this and Greatest Hits Volume 2, which I also have, worked for me for Bob. I watched the movie. Timothy Chalamet did a pretty good job, and it gave me a little bit more of an appreciation of Bob. I have always said that I love Bob Dylan songs sung by someone else, and I kind of still stand by that statement. Although after watching the movie, I went back and listened to this, and it's good. But I do still probably prefer, I'd rather hear Guns N' Roses singing "Knocking on Heaven's Door" than Bob singing "Knocking on Heaven's Door." But you don't get Guns N' Roses the opportunity to sing "Knocking on Heaven's Door" unless Bob sings it first. So for me, again, I think a couple other. I might have Highway 61. I might have Blonde on Blonde. But this for the most part, and Volume 2 does it for me for my Bob Dylan. And I'll take my Bob Dylan singing by someone else. So there you go. You have the poster, though. It's not in here, but I do still have the poster that came out of there, one of the original ones. So it's at the shop, actually. It's framed at the shop. So
I know Brian's a fan, right?
I
so
am.
I don't want to piss him off too much. But I
could take it.
It doesn't do it for me. The lyrics, I love the lyrics. I think they're fantastic. He's a brilliant songwriter, but when it comes to him actually singing, it just sounds like somebody's drowning in a pool. It just doesn't do it for me at all, literally.
Well, there's more than one Bob Dylan voice, though. I mean, that voice you're referring to changes on Nashville Skyline. And then if you listen to the later stuff, like Love and Theft, etc., onwards, it's a different voice altogether.
Now, the thing is, I love the band, but Brian, I've tried listening to all the albums. Well, he's got like 20,000 albums. So, and I think you said to me as well, having the greatest hits probably wouldn't do it. You need to like go to Blonde on Blonde and kind of those albums to listen to. But I've tried it, mate. I've streamed it. Just doesn't.
And then you throw him in with the Wilburys, and there's that aspect.
He's
he's
brilliant.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. Like our buddy Rob, I don't think he has a problem with him singing when he's singing with the Wilburys and everybody else, and even singing when it's Tweeter and the Monkey Man, which is all Bob, right? I mean, other than the guys doing backup for the most part, but yeah, there you go.
Anyway, from there we'll go to Brian. Oh my God, have you got Bob Dylan's greatest hits?
No, not quite. But I did pick one of my favorites, Lou Reed's "Walk on the Wild Side." "Walk on the Wild Side," the best of Lou Reed. So in a case where they used a title of a track as the title of the album but why is the B in lowercase on best? I've never been able to figure that out. I wonder if it was a mistake. The best lowercase of Lou Reed, the best of Lou. Yeah. Why? It's weird. Anyway, this was the first. I'm pretty sure this was the first Lou Reed record I owned. It came out in '77, although I did not own it in '77. But it has, up until that time, the classic tracks that he released, more or less. I mean, they do throw on a couple of Velvet Underground songs, but they're live versions from Rock and Roll Animal, I think, Sweet Jane and White Light, White Heat. The rest are Lou Reed tracks, which are very good, including "Walk on the Wild Side." And among my friends group, that was the only track that anyone knew that was a Lou Reed song. They didn't know the rest. I remember putting this on and no one knew any song except for "Walk on the Wild Side," which makes sense because it was a big hit, but they didn't know "Satellite of Love" or Coney Island Baby. They didn't know "Sally Can't Dance." An interesting record, of course. Nothing in here apart from, just the. I'll show you the label here if you're curious. RCA label. But I think it's fantastic. Of course, I'm a committed Lou Reed fan, as I am a Bob Dylan fan. So both two gentlemen who don't necessarily have the strongest singing voices, but I think it works for some reason.
True.
So this is as close as we get to John Cale, because they were both in the Velvet Underground, of course.
Yeah.
So
I was
anyway,
wondering when John Cale will come into the conversation. That's what
I deliberately, I can't show John Cale. I mean, come on.
you can,
Anyway.
but
Lou Reed.
So
Cool.
the comments have made me laugh slightly. So Jack is saying that's a great comp.
Yeah.
By the way. Richard saying Dylan has the voice of an the Vinyl Voyage is saying he's got a voice of an angel, and Richard saying it's the old cheese grated himself.
That's Rob's definition. Yes, at least that's the first time I heard that as a description for Bob.
On the album that Brian just showed, Jack is saying top stuff, Brian. So
Thanks.
there you go. Right. Okay. Let's do a fast track. Kind of whatever you got left. Just show what you got left. I've literally got 2 albums left. Well, I've got about 15 albums, but I'll show 2. Right. Okay. Let's go country. I've shown this artist before. Here's a question for you. Talking about the Sphere. They're there in January. And I would love to see them live. Any ideas, Joe?
I thought they started already. Didn't they start already?
They may have. I don't know.
I think
But
they
it
did.
was advertised in the UK for January. So
I think he'd be a fantastic show there. I think he'd be a fantastic show, period. But yes.
Zach Brown Band.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this band. Absolutely fantastic. Got into him because of Chicken Fried. It came up on Apple Music. But my favorite song of all time is Colder Weather. I think that's an amazing. If you're a trucker or you're a touring band, that's amazing. This just came on black vinyl. I did. I think he was on. Was it on Cam's thread or Vibes? The most expensive albums thread. I think it might be Vibes. Yeah, because Cam said 5 albums you never get rid of. So yeah, the top 10, and this was like top 4. I think this is going for over £186 at the moment. So you got tracks on here like Chicken Fried, whatever it is, Toes Free. Highway 20 Ride is an amazing song. As She's Walking Away with Alan Jackson, Colder Weather, Knee Deep with Jimmy Buffett, Keep Me in Mind, No Worry, The Wind, Jump Right In, Goodbye in Her Eyes, and Sweet Annie. So would absolutely love to see these live. I gotta be honest. And I think in the Sphere, especially with the graphics behind them, that's going to be an amazing concert.
Yeah, it should be a good show. Do you have, I can't remember if we talked about, do you have Jekyll and Hyde? Because if you don't, you should. It's good.
No, and I can't get it, Joe.
Well, I'll work on that for you.
Because for some reason, I went on his website and there was Jekyll and Hyde. He was on limited edition colored vinyl or white vinyl, and it sold out within 10 minutes. I had the notification and it went.
Yeah.
So,
I'll work on that for you.
the last one I want to show may class as a, you know what, I'm going to change this up. I was going to pick that one, but I've shown it before. One of my favorite bands to watch live is The Offspring. Absolutely phenomenal live. This came on blue vinyl, but I will show. I did, and because I was drunk one night, not like me.
Just one night?
Only one night.
Thank you, Brian.
Whoa.
shots are fired, but they had a limited edition picture disc come out. And I know you're going to say, yes, it was like ice cream. He was like this when I played it. But I couldn't say no to this. Look at that.
Wow.
There you go.
That's
Cool.
catchy.
I'm quite tempted to frame this and just put it up in the record room. And it looks cool. It's like his head's on fire, guys.
It is.
What's to say?
You can never go wrong with a skull with flames. It's just, it just works. Yeah.
The blue vinyl looks amazing. I'll go through some of the tracks on here. There's no gatefold in this one, Joe. You've got like the albums and that kind of stuff. So you got Can't Repeat, Come Out and Play. You got Self-Esteem, Gotta Get Away. My favorite song of all time is All I Want. I think that's a fantastic song. Pretty Fly for a White Guy. Why Don't You Get a Job, which always makes me laugh. I don't know why. The Kids Aren't Alright. Original Prankster. Another cracker is Want You Bad. Hit That. Can't Get My Head Around You. So, Offspring. Great hits. Phenomenal. Watched them. First time I ever watched them was in Brixton Academy in London. And the support act was the fucking Darkness before they made it.
Yeah. Cool. That'd be a good show.
So, but this is going to get framed, I think. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
It does look epic, let's be honest. And I can pick it up because it plays like shit.
It doesn't matter if you get some fingerprints on there. No. What you doing to that record? Don't do it.
So, yeah, Offspring, amazing band live. Love them. Absolutely love them. Brilliant.
Very nice.
Right. Boz, over to you, mate. What have we got
All
left?
right, so I think I have about 5 here, but how much are 2? So we have Meatloaf, Hits Out of Hell. I do believe this was an EU release. I don't think it was released in North America. Very flimsy cover, but that's all right. Really great artwork on there, as most Meatloaf albums are. Show the track listing on here, but it's really good. Bad Out of Hell, Read 'Em and Weep, Midnight, The Lost and Found, which I really like that song. Dead Ringer for Love, Modern Girl, Paradise by the Dashboard Light, Razor's Edge. All these great songs from Meatloaf, and yep, awesome stuff.
We need an updated greatest hits from Meatloaf, I think. Like a box set or something. We need something because nothing's been released for years.
They released something 3 or 4 years ago. I have it on red vinyl.
There was I got a CD of one which incorporated more of Bad Out of Hell 2 in that on it as well. So yeah.
But we need an updated greatest hits because there's other stuff that he brought out just before he died that were amazing. The album, I loved it. So cool, mate.
Okay,
well done.
also,
Meatloaf. Go on.
this one is one that for some reason you just don't see it. And
Right.
in fact, I had a not an easy time finding this copy. There are a few of them on Discogs, but I don't know why. But this is The Who. This is Hooligans. So I bought this when I was in high school, and came out like 82, I want to say. I'm assuming get a year here. 79, so earlier than I thought. But it's double LP. And I'll open it up for you. Bring it up for the so they just see the track listings here. Barbara O'Reilly, Can't Explain, Join Together, I Can See for Miles, Pinball Wizard, all these great Who tracks. So, but it's something that you just don't see often in the wild, and so yeah, really great compilation. Again, a double LP.
Very nice.
Cool. The Who doesn't get mentioned very often in the vinyl community.
I haven't seen that one before.
I got the copy of that in a thrift store about 10 years ago. So
Really?
I feel happy about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Boz. Good selection there, mate. Especially The Who. I love The Who.
Yeah. Agreed.
Joe.
Okay. I'll go through them quick because if you pull them, you show them, and if it's a gatefold, you show it. So there are Dave Grohl and the boys. Going to get a chance to go and see him again next year, which I'm looking forward to. This one's cool too. It's got all the rivets are embossed as well. So it's kind of cool. If you're looking for a compilation of the Foo Fighters, I got a bunch of their albums as well, but it's a nice comp from the Foo Fighters.
Joe.
This is sorry.
Joe.
Oh, there you go. So, how many shirts have you got on right now? Is it just the two? I don't know what I got on underneath.
I got Animal and I got the Foo Fighters.
Oh, I got Beatles. There you go. Hard Day's Night underneath my Hoser shirt. These guys are great. I like these guys. 10cc, and this has one of my favorite, if not my favorite, 10cc song on it, which is Rubber Bullets. Which maybe, I don't know, not a lot of people know, or not a lot of people that know 10cc know that song, but not in Love on Here. Yeah, Things We Do for Love. So really good. I think there is another greatest hits later, maybe not, but this is really good. I really like this album. Again, Rubber Bullets is one of my favorites. A band that I should talk about more that I don't, because I really like, and that's the Kinks as well.
Oh yes,
greatest hits. So
yes.
And I like the latter stuff, Superman, Come Dancing. I could probably do with not a lot of Come Dancing, but I like Superman. I like a lot of that stuff. But just the early stuff from these guys. Look how young kind of they are there. But greatest hits, obviously, a well-respected man, Lola. You Really Got Me. Wait Till the Summer Comes Along. All Day and All of the Night, but just really good stuff. I've always been a Kinks fan, and I don't show their stuff very often, which is odd. Some say Odyssey and Oracle is really all you need, but there is a little bit more to the Zombies than just that. So the Zombies greatest hits, and this is a reissue. I thought it was a gatefold. It's not. There's just a bunch of other stuff in there, but really good. I really like the Zombies. Again, arguably, maybe all you need is Odyssey and Oracle, but there are some other things on there that are worth it.
I gotta be honest, Joe. The podcast you told me to listen to, the Fake Zombies, that is absolutely amazing, mate.
It's cool. Like I said, it's a good story. It's not presented in the greatest way, but the story is good. Mate. And the guy did a pretty decent job. So yeah, if you want, for those that a podcast recommendation, it's called The Fake Zombies. It's basically the Zombies had kind of disbanded, gone away in the UK. And back in the day, you didn't have the internet. You had no idea what the Zombies looked like. So there's a couple of bands from the United States just got together, called themselves the Zombies, and went out on tour. So it's kind of cool. I think it was 3 episodes, maybe 4, something.
I think Brian would enjoy that, actually, the Fake Zombies.
I thought it was good. I thought the guy didn't the information was good. He just, the way that he talked didn't do much for me. And then a little band out of Texas called The Best of ZZ Top. And this is all the older stuff. So Heard It on the X, Backdoor Love Affair, Blue Jean Blues, Cheap Sunglasses. I don't know. Yeah, Cheap Sunglasses is on here, isn't it? No, it's not actually. But Tush, Waiting for the Bus, Jesus Just Left Chicago. So the little band out of Texas that could, up until the passing, they had been together for 30, 40 years. Them and Rush are 2 bands that were the 3 guys that always stuck together.
What color vinyl have you got on yours?
What's that?
On the ZZ Top, what color vinyl is it?
This is an original one back in the day, so it's just black.
Yeah,
yours is blue. Well, black and blue. There you go. Yeah. See, mine's on the old London label, The Best of. So I don't know if I have all their albums. I have most of their albums as well. But so it falls into that category of I've got most of their stuff, but the greatest hits came along, so pick it up as well.
Cool.
Yeah. There you go. Beer drinkers, Hellraisers.
So Jack is saying, Joe, here,
yes,
some nice early singles from the Zombies.
Yeah, like I said, I think if you asked most people what they know about the Zombies, they would say Odyssey and Oracle. But yeah, there's some other good stuff on there as well. Definitely a forgotten band out of the not a forgotten band, a band that doesn't get as much credit as they should, I think, out of the UK. So
that would be a hell of a biopic.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it would be interesting to see. So yeah, that'd be cool.
Cool. Well done, Joe. Always good, mate. Always brilliant. Right. Right.
Yeah. Well, I realized I didn't talk about any women, so let's wrap it up with some women because
Okay,
everything I
go
showed was
for it.
men, right?
Yeah.
So Susie and the Banshees, Once Upon a Time, the singles from '81. I love the album cover on this. And I'm a little unsettled by the creepy dolls back here, but otherwise, this is a really fantastic first compilation. Of course, there was Twice Upon a Time, the singles, which continues this, but this has, Christine and Spellbound, Hong Kong Garden. And then The Best of Blondie. Look at that price, $5.99. This is great, of course. I don't know, what can you say about this? Everybody knows Blondie, but, Hanging on the Telephone, Heart of Glass. I'll just do two more quickly. Whole Story from Kate Bush. When did this come out? 80-something, 86, which is... it's a gatefold, so I have to show it. So,
Oh,
it is, classic. Beautiful record. And then I'll just show one other one quickly because I had to get some Canadiana in here, and I don't know if I've shown anything from Canada yet. But we have Rough Trade with Carol Pope and Kevin Staples. He died a little while ago. This is the best of Rough Trade, Birds of a Feather, which references one of their songs. There they are on the back. Really provocative band from the 80s. She put on some really salacious stage shows, and I was kind of amused to find out later on that she was actually a lesbian. I had no idea. I thought she was doing all that salaciousness just for me, but it wasn't the case. But anyway, very well known for a particular song called High School Confidential, which I've mentioned before. If you don't know that song, you should listen to High School Confidential because it is one of the most frank songs about burgeoning lesbian sexuality that I can think of. So there you go.
I second all of that. Brian nailed it. It's just good. If you don't know Rough Trade, go and seek some Rough Trade out.
Yeah,
that song and others. So yeah.
For sure.
I love the way Joe just said, yes, Brian, you just nailed it.
Well, not literally, but anyway, yeah.
So thank you, guys. That's been amazing. I've loved this. I'm watching other greatest hits. And getting Brian to actually show some greatest hits has probably killed him slightly inside. But
none of these records actually said greatest hits on them. So
yes, I'm aware of that, Brian.
Yeah.
I did notice.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not giving in to the vinyl man. There's no way I'm gonna...
greatest hits. Damn it.
But I've enjoyed this, guys. Boz,
Yep.
amazing. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Brian, Joe,
Be here.
fantastic. I can't believe I've never shown any greatest hits on my channel before on the live stream. So let me just double check on so I've got to look. Richard is saying fun stream. I'll have to watch the first day. Yes. There's quite a bit on here that we've covered this evening. But I'd like to thank everybody who's left comments this evening. Everybody who's going to watch us later. I really appreciate it. I'll just go around the horn real quick. To see what's going on in everybody's channel. So, Boz, what have you got going on this week? Kind of planned? What's happening on your channel?
Well, hopefully in the next hour, I think Morton and I are going to do a live. It's going to be freestyle, whatever albums that we want to show, if I can get with them. And other than that, like I said earlier, just try to do that that vinyl tag. I want to do the 10 or 20 favorite reissues of 2025.
Yeah,
and that's about it.
Okay, just let Morton know that this guy here and this guy here, I'm called Chris and he's called Joe.
Or whichever.
I will remind him for sure.
Yeah, I'll take O as well. That's fine.
Brian,
yes.
Go on, Brian. What have you got going on your channel this week, mate?
I don't know. No, usually I do. I think I do fewer videos over the Christmas break, but my goal is to do the vinyl tag that David Atkinson put out, and I am struggling with a couple of questions, but that's my goal. I want to get that done before the end of the year. And other than that, I'll just see how it goes. I might not make as many videos as usual, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know. We will see.
Okay. Cool, mate. Well,
is that okay with you?
Not that I got an option, but yes, it's fine. I do enjoy your videos, though, Brian, because you educate me in stuff that I've never heard of. So kind of
well, that's good news.
Thanks, mate. Joe,
couple of days of work left before Christmas comes up. Shop will be open. I anticipate to be a little bit busy. The Wednesday night show that Rob and Daryl and I do will not be on this Wednesday. The fact that it is Christmas Eve, so we'll all be hanging out. We might do something the following Wednesday, which will be New Year's Eve. So we might ring in the New Year, although I'm not positive of that. We'll see. I think all of our wives go to bed early, so we just thought, what the hell, we're going to be up. We might as well hang out with each other and chat. So we'll see if that happens or not. But nothing on my own personal channel. I don't even know if people think I have a personal channel anymore, which is fine because I love doing this. I love hanging out with you, and I love hanging out with the guys on Wednesday. And Boz, I've never been on it. I don't think anything with Boz before, so that was kind of cool. Brian and I have done a few things together, obviously, with you or on our Wednesday night show. So yeah, this is still the most fun for me, is actually the personableness of the live stuff and hanging out with you guys. So yeah. So I look forward to that. And looking forward to Christmas. And another kid will turn 60 in a couple of days. So
Oh.
Just let you know, it's Joe's birthday in a couple of days' time. So
yeah.
Happy birthday.
No. You're gonna have to pay for the rights to it if you sing it. You'll get a strike against your channel.
Joe,
Actually,
would you like me to sing it in Welsh?
You send me a video. I would like a personal video of you singing "Happy Birthday" in Welsh. Sure, why not?
Okay. You're going to regret that now because I'm
Yeah,
going to wear
I know.
mankini dressed as Borat.
No.
My channel, no videos. I got a live stream next Sunday. I'll think of something. Speak to Joe if he's available. Then we'll kind of pick it up from there. I think that'll be
Maybe a best of instead of a greatest hits.
Actually, what I was going to say, it will all be greatest hits volume 2s.
Yeah,
That's true.
What we'll do, volume 2s.
I might make it a bit more kind of end of the year kind of situation where
Yeah.
we'll do that. Thanks for everybody who's tuned in tonight. I'd like to thank the panel again. Boz, Brian, Joe, always amazing having you on. Either, contributing to the violent community itself, and I don't think some people realize sometimes how much you do contribute to the violent community. I don't think you get enough credit how much you do contribute. Brian, you've been amazing this year to me. I can't thank you enough. Boz, you've been fantastic to me this year. Have me on your channel and texting back and forth. I do Brian's heading constantly every week. Joe is like on speed dial at this point and asking questions, but I'd like to take this opportunity to thank every guest I've had this year. And there's been quite a few. Rob, Northern Revolutions, you've had, Steve Carlson's been on you. You've had Chance has been on you. Rob, Northern Revolutions, the Vinyl Tap House with Richard has been amazing this year. And I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody out, but I just take this opportunity to say it means so much to me that people take their time out of their lives and their families to go on a Welsh guy's live stream and put up with his bullshit every week. So I'd like to thank everybody. And this means so much to me because I enjoy, and I told this to Joe, I enjoy doing live streams more than actually doing videos because you get to meet people. You get to meet people from, like, we met Christopher the other week, AV Record Room with Steve Carlson, that nobody would ever know who he is. And now he's doing really well on the channel. He's up to like nearly 700 subscribers at this point. And to me, it isn't about the subscribers. It's about interacting on a live stream with other people. So I'd like to thank everybody who's been on live stream this year. I really, really appreciate it. Everybody who's watched it, I thank you. And from the panel, from Wales, from Canada, from America, good night. Check out their channels. I will put a description below. And thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. So thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.